Thank you for giving me just a few moments of your time to speak to you about General Aviation Awards. This year it's more important than ever because two of our ABS members are being recognized this year with General Aviation Awards for 2019. I wanted to tell you just a bit about General Aviation Awards if you haven't heard about them before. It is an industry and FAA cooperative effort where they look to find the best of the best in these three categories: CFI, Certificated Flight Instructor of the Year; Fast Team Representative of the Year, that's the FAA, the volunteers who work for the FAA safety team; and the last one is the Aviation Maintenance Technician of the Year. The process is somewhat significant. Applicants apply for one of these awards in their local FAA Flight Standards District Office, the FSDO that we all pronounce FSDO, right? You pronounce acronyms. And so the FAA then looks at all the applicants in their immediate area, and they select one as the winner of CFI, and one as the Fast Team Representative, and one as the Aviation Maintenance Technician of the Year for their particular FSDO. There's about 75 FSDOs throughout the U.S., so that would be over 200 people that would be award winners in their own right at their local FSDO area. And then these 200 people are looked at regionally by the FAA in 4 regions, and from those they select one CFI, one Fast Team Representative, and one AMT, Aviation Maintenance Technician of the Year, for the particular region. And then that also is a pretty significant accomplishment. And then nationally, an industry team looks at all of those winners at the regional level and selects one CFI of the Year, one Fast Team Representative of the Year, and one Aviation Maintenance Technician of the Year for the national award winners. And it's my pleasure to introduce these folks to you today. They are Gary Reeves from Decatur, Texas. He was selected as the CFI of the Year. You may have heard of Gary. He is well known for producing videos and doing flight instruction. And he specializes in glass cockpits using Avidyne and Garmin technology. And he's a great guy. With this possible exception, he flies a brand C airplane. I know. But with your prayers and a lot of counseling, maybe he'll come over to the other side of Textron and realize the Beechcraft is where he needs to be, and I'm hoping that will happen. So Gary, a very significant accomplishment. And then for the and Gary is one of the ABS members, a fairly recent ABS member, Whit tells me, so at least he's got his focus on the right aircraft, I believe. And then the FAA Safety Fast Team Representative of the Year is Karen Kalashek. She's from De Pere, Wisconsin, near Green Bay, and she is very active in flight instruction, of course. If you've been to the EAA Pilot Proficiency Center, you've probably seen her scurrying around coordinating all the efforts of the would-be pilots and the CFIs who are working in the Pilot Proficiency Center with the Redbird simulators. She's also active in Civil Air Patrol and a glider pilot as well. So that's 2 of the awards. The third award then is the Aviation Maintenance Technician of the Year. And you're probably wondering who this is. That is actually Dave Monte from Minden, Nevada. So from the round of applause, you probably recognize, many of you recognize Dave as the Director of Maintenance for the Bonanza Baron Pilot Proficiency Training. And prior to that, he worked with the Legacy BPPP program. He's actually been an instructor with that program since 1987, 32 years of service to our society through instruction in a BPP. And he's an ABS Life member. He was awarded a few years ago, awarded the ABS MD Cashin Award for Technical Excellence. He's one of those guys who's old enough to receive the FAA Wright Brothers Master Pilot Award. And of course, he's a governor in his QB hangar in Minden, Nevada. So Dave Monte, to say that he started early in life learning about aviation technology and being interested in aviation would be an understatement. And maybe the picture will come up in a moment. There it is. Dave started early in his life, and he built a business in Minden, Nevada, where he owns and operates rebuilt aircraft. And many of you probably have heard of Dave, or maybe taken your airplanes to him for maintenance. He's also been a contributor to the ABS through articles in the magazine and other contributions that he's made. He's been a designated airworthiness representative for the FAA and a fast team representative at his local FSDO in Reno. So Dave, a really great guy. So I'm reminded, for those of you who grew up in the 80s or were around in the 80s, maybe you remember General Motors doing a promotional announcement about their mechanics. I just wanted to play a short clip. Oh, I guess we're not going to do that short clip. So I just wanted to introduce Dave Monty as Mr. Beach Wrench. Mr. Beach Wrench. So this would be the time where you'd expect Dave to stand up and receive that applause, but he's not here tonight, and here's the reason why. About 3 weeks ago, Dave went to see his physician and received a rather challenging medical diagnosis that will be life-changing for Dave, and so he elected not to come for the whole week at Oshkosh this week. He is arriving tomorrow, however, and will be here for the ceremony where he and Gary and Karen will receive their General Aviation Awards at the FAA Safety Center on Thursday morning at 9:30, I believe. Maybe it's 9:30 or 9 o'clock, something like that. Anyway, it'll be a great ceremony, and it'll be a nice way to honor Dave. It is opposite, however, the BPPP instructor forum, so you have to make choices as to what you want to do, but Dave would be honored if you make it there for his presentation. And so this is a great thing for Dave and for all of ABS to know that two of our members have made it to the big time, the national award winners for GA Aviation. One more round of applause for the three of them, please.